Good afternoon, traders. This is Senior Commodity Market Strategist John Kennedy with RJO Futures in Chicago, giving you a brief recap on some of the grain action here today following the close roughly 10 minutes ago. First and foremost, corn traded lower by 3¼ cents at $3.9625. Soybeans traded at $9.74.5, down 10.5 cents, while wheat was lower as well by 8¾ cents at $5.21. The news of the day was the release at 11 a.m. of the USDA crop production and supply and demand report. Overall, it was I'd say a slightly bullish to neutral report. It reported lower ending stocks for beans and corn and higher ending stocks for wheat. Turning to international, Brazil and Argentina were both above expectations in both corn and soybean production. So it was from the South American perspective, it was definitely to the bearish side. After some volatility in soybeans, they sold hard into the close. Corn and wheat were weaker from the onset, from the announcement. Briefly, yesterday's export inspections, yesterday morning, beans came in at the top end of expectations at about 54.6 million bushels. Corn was at the bottom end of expectations, about 27.6 million bushels. And wheat was also on the top end of analysts' guesses at about 14.6 million bushels. Also playing on today's trade is that we had a stronger dollar for the majority of the day. Crude oil has sold off significantly, which is a bearish factor when taking into the grains. And face it, for the past last week and yesterday, we've had some profit taking by traders ahead of this morning's report. Overall, weather continues to be negative in South America in terms of slightly above average temperatures and good adequate rainfall. And those markets will be bearish for our futures markets because we have a record soybean harvest in Brazil. And you couple that with lower exports to China, and until we begin the planning process here in the U.S., that's going to be the news that's going to be in the media. So things definitely look bearish in terms of fundamentals and technicals. Until next week, this is John Kennedy from Chicago. Good trading. Futures and options on futures may involve substantial risk and may not be suitable for all investors.